Hey guys, my name is Ryan and welcome to Overwatch Central. So we have a lot of things to go through, a lot of stories that we haven't covered this week simply because there's been loads to talk about, the PTR, a lot of the leaks being debunked, and other videos that we've just wanted to make throughout the week anyway. So I kind of wanted to do a little bit of a roundup of some of the major stories that have happened, just so we can get these out of the way before the weekend and just to keep you guys updated with what may be going on. The information includes a pretty interesting Genji bug that's on the PTR that is just crazy. Blizzard China have revealed the probability of getting a legendary in your loot box. An anniversary event has been data mined on the PTR, so we're going to go over the information that Hammy provided us and talk about when to expect this event and what may be in it, as well as going over the last of the leaks that have found their way onto 4chan and Reddit. So there's a bit more debunking Mythbusters there as well, but I do want to go over the Genji weird bug that's on the PTR very quickly. So those that know, there are some PTR changes currently up with a buff to Genji where he can instantly attack after wall climbing. It was more of a quality of life thing, but it makes Genji feel a little less clunky and gives him a bit more fluidity. Now the problem that is causing is doing the wall climb actually forms a bit of an animation cancel on Genji's Dragon Blade, meaning that he can swipe up to 10 times instead of the usual 6 to 7. You're seeing the footage on screen now and you're probably thinking, yeah, but how are you going to actually use that in a game? Well, you'd be surprised. People have sort of dealt with weird glitches and bugs, and the best Genjis in the world will take this and use it to their advantage. Now no doubt this is something that Blizzard kind of maybe let slip under the radar. I very much doubt it that this would go into the live game, so I would expect to see that changed quite soon, but I did want to highlight that and go over just a really bizarre thing that's happening. We do have another video going over some crazy bugs this weekend as well that are currently in the game, but this is just another one that we wanted to add. Now the main news that sort of came out today is that Blizzard China has by law had to reveal the probability of what people would get in their loot boxes, and it works out roughly as this. The full translation is that each loot box contains 4 items, which we all knew. The chance of getting a rare quality item is basically in every loot box you get at least that. There used to be a time where you just get common boxes, but I don't think that's a thing anymore. When it comes to epic quality, meaning the purple items, you get one every 5.5 loot boxes, and with legendary you get one on average, bearing in mind, every 13.5 loot boxes. So as a percentage-based system, if my maths is still correct, that's about sort of 7.5% chance for a legendary and about 18% chance to get an epic. So let me know what you think of those stats. I think they're fair enough. Of course, these are just on average. You may get a loot box 100% of the time if you're just crazy lucky. I don't know if anybody like that would exist, but you might be able to get 30 loot boxes and not get a legendary, even though you're on average supposed to get one every 13 boxes. So that's just a little bit of information on that. We just wanted to keep you up to date with that. So just bear that in mind when you buy a load of loot boxes, your chances, so you actually know whether you're being lucky or not. Speaking of being lucky, I think we're going to be blessed with a new event very soon, according to some data mined information on the PTR. Now, our friend Hammy does a lot of data mining stuff for voice lines and stuff like that, and he actually found some pretty interesting, in inverted commas, locked boxes on the PTR to do with an event. There are loads of things that hint what legendary skins, what cosmetics we may see in Hammy's video. I will link that in the description below. It's a very good video and we love Hammy to pieces. But the bit that we wanted to highlight is this screenshot in particular. Now you can see that there's Winter Wonderland, Year of the Rooster and Uprising with the events, but also in event 6 with some locked doors basically. What these require is a key for them to be opened up and visible properly on the PTR. So we don't know when this event is going to be. We don't know what cosmetics are currently being locked off in this picture, but what we do know is that there is event pieces on the PTR, meaning that it's probably likely very soon. Now a lot of people are saying that this is going to be the anniversary event. Blizzard's birthday is at the end of this month on the 24th, so it'll line up nicely for that as well. But I know what you're thinking. You're saying, Ryan, but we've just had an event. Like, it'd be crazy to have one so soon afterwards. Well, actually, the difference between the Christmas Winter Wonderland event and Year of the Rooster was 21 days, 3 weeks. And with Uprising ending this week, guess what's in 3 weeks' time? That's right, it's Blizzard's birthday, so it does line up nicely, and it's not impossible to see. Now let's talk about the latest leak that we haven't actually covered on this channel yet, just because of the PTR stuff and other videos that we wanted to do. When it comes to leaks like this, we don't necessarily want to talk to them as news. I don't think we'd certainly want to make a video that's just based around somebody jumping on 4chan and Reddit going, oh, I know this, yeah, you could definitely take my word for it. So I quickly want to fly through this. Again, the link to this leak is in the comments below, but it talks about the whole Doomfist thing being a dive-in 100% damage ultimate kind of hero, which has been talked about in previous leaks, as well as Bria and Yvonne. Now this person claims that they know who Bria was, but they didn't know who Yvonne was at all. But they wanted to talk about the 1-year anniversary event, which would start on the 24th and go to June 15th. Again, we kind of sort of guessed that something would happen around Blizzard's birthday, so there's no evidence to support that this guy would be correct. He does talk about skins for Hanzo and Zarya, who are heroes that have been missing out on legendary skins for quite some time. So again, even if all of this information turned out to be correct, it wouldn't really reinforce that this person knew what they were doing. It was just maybe that they got lucky. However, they do talk about new maps that are going to be added into the game soon. Now, we've done videos in the past surmising that we are expecting a new map very soon, and Blizzard themselves have actually popped up and said to expect a couple more maps this year. One of them, according to this leaker, is Z-Labs. It's meant to look futuristic and it's set in Western Europe, and it'll be an escort sort of map. There'll also be another Echo Point Antarctica, basically, called Siwa Battery, which is set in Egypt. Now, the problem that I have with this is that Blizzard like to set up different maps all around the world. Even when you're based in the same country as the US of A, you have Hollywood and Route 66 who are very different maps. Now, my problem with this is we already have an Egyptian map, which is Anubis, so I'd be really surprised to see another Egyptian map based around this too. And he also speaks about a dual escort map, which again, I highly doubt we're going to see this close. If we're going to see new game modes and stuff like that, I honestly think we're going to see them revealed at BlizzCon. New maps will be added in the meantime, but I do think that they will just be payloads and stuff like that. Any major game modes that are added into the game, I really don't think that we're going to see just in the middle of nowhere. We're either going to see them at Gamescom or BlizzCon where they can make a big show and dance about it. As well as that, there's some quality of life changes, apparently, such as Play the Games now having a huge acknowledgement of major assists, and it would show the kill cams of the people that are assisting as well. And there'd also be a major change to Mercy's ultimate as well, which would be similar to Symmetra. She'd have the option of two things. She either could res her teammates or she could res herself after she's died. And that this PTR update should be live around May 10th, May 11th area. There's a lot of information there, right? But I don't think there's enough to sort of suggest any of this is correct. But I think it's worth acknowledging leaks just in case that this turns out to be horribly wrong, just so we can go, oh, there was this leak before, but everything turned out to be wrong. So when this other leak came up, we can kind of go, yeah, well, like, nobody should sort of expect it. But we've been waffling on for quite some time. Thank you very much for watching. Do let us know what you think of these leaks, the idea of an anniversary event, also the probability of loot boxes. What do you guys think of your chances now that you know, on average, how often you should get these legendaries? But have a good weekend, like and subscribe if you haven't already, and until next time, take care. We'll see you then.